What's up, everybody? It's Pete from the basement, here to talk to you about a couple of different things today. The first is there's no roundtable this week because New York City finds itself buried under 15 to 20 inches of snow in some areas. Stupid fucking groundhog. Winter's supposed to be over. So, I got my shivers, I got my comics, and I'm talking to y'all one time. So listen up. The first thing I want to tell you is that Albert Einstein once said that there are two things in the world that are constant: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not too sure about the universe. And this past issue of Amazing Spider-Man proves that fucking point. First and foremost, I was warned against this issue by our good friends the Moors, and of course I did not listen. So I went ahead and read it anyway, and this was one of the biggest letdowns. This was a piece of shit. This was a fucking piece of shit on so many levels for so many different reasons. I'm going to tell you about them a little bit. First of all, it's like fucking Twilight. Peter Parker's dressed all fucking gothic as a vampire because the Black Cat sold his blood on the black market to a bunch of would-be vampires. So it's going to be like MGH from Daredevil, except a horrendously stupid take on the idea. So Peter goes to this goth club and winds up having to fight Morbius, the living vampire, who had nothing but the good intentions with his fucking blood. He was trying to cure some disease or some shit. And some fucking bitch vampire that is in love with Morbius has been tricking Spider-Man to get in touch with Morbius and to fuck him up for leaving her. Like, she's mad that he broke up with her. So she became a vampire to fucking kill him. If this sounds stupid to you, it's ridiculously stupid. And one thing that I really gotta complain about right here is, let me draw your fucking attention here to Exhibit A. Look at that panel. And Spider-Man remarks as saying, "What's with the crackers? Is Morbius feeding pigeons? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious?" Like, anybody with a goddamn brain in their head, first of all, like Spider-Man's an intelligent soul. He's gonna know that that's the host. That's, you know, in Catholic religion, that's a very holy symbol. It deserves respect. I always said I was Catholic until I reached the age of reason. Personally, I don't believe any of the organized religions got it right, but goddamn it, they all fucking deserve respect. I wouldn't turn around and draw a fucking panel of unleavened bread and say, "Whoa, what the fuck is with these crackers? The Jews forget how to cook?" You wouldn't have fucking Spider-Man looking at a mosque and saying, "Ooh, look at the building with the funny bubble temple on top." This is bullshit, fucking Joe Quesada. Suck my fucking used-to-be Catholic dick for this. This is ridiculous. Shame on you, man. You're despicable. What kind of editor are you? Second of all, there's enough just grammatic errors in this issue. Let me draw your attention to Exhibit B. We got a panel right here, Spidey flying over the city, and he's trying to do a favor for Flash Thompson. Talking to Spidey was the easy part was easy, is what that word balloon says. Let me repeat that for you. Talking to Spidey was the easy part was easy. Fucking great editing, Joe. Fantastic. This is a piece of shit. And honestly, I'm getting so fed up. It's coming to the point where I'm going to have to stop buying this shit. But I'm going to hold out, and I'm going to see what 2010 has in store for everyone's favorite superhero. I grew up with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the reason I'm into comics. He's the reason I like to draw. I remember watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends as a kid, and those are the stories that I long for. Simple, thank you, Ramon. Simple, fun stories that you can get into. This is a piece of shit. It's a fucking disrespectful piece of shit. Joe Quesada, I hope you get fucking struck by lightning for that. And everybody else on the Spidey team. Fuck you, whoever wrote this piece of shit. I ain't even gonna mention your name because I ain't giving you that respect. You deserve to be fired for that. We talked to you about something else. Now, I picked up today from Amazon Batman, Lovers and Madmen. It's a hardcover graphic, exclusive story. It's cover price at $25, but I got mine on Amazon for $6. So yeah, you should get out there and get this. By no stretch of the imagination is this the Killing Joke. It's not as good. It's a totally different take on the origin of the Joker. It shows a very different Batman than the kind you're used to. If you're used to that cliched Batman that always makes the right decisions, he always always does the moral thing, let's say. Well, this Batman's going to surprise you. This is a lot closer to the Frank Miller, I'm a little fucking nuts kind of Batman. And the story works. The more violent the story gets as it progresses, the more this artwork, this guy Dennis Cohen, the more his work really chimes in. It really comes out and it really fits the story very well. You're not going to believe some of the shit that goes on in this. It's really crazy, the stuff that Batman does, and just as the Joker is just always an insane human being. And to watch him the first time he sees Batman, and he was just a simple bank robber, down on his luck, whatever, as we all know. And this dude Jack, as he calls himself, he sees Batman kind of beating the shit out of his henchman, and he just remarks, he looks so ridiculous. And looking at Batman is the first time this dude has laughed in so long. And he just kind of takes that feeling and runs on a tangent as only the Joker can. It was a thoroughly interesting story, and if you can get it for a nice cheap price on Amazon or at a convention, I definitely highly recommend you check that out. Especially since most of the shit going on with anything related to the name Bruce Wayne at this point is a piece of shit in the current House of DC. So I long for a simple, direct Batman story, something that I could more or less get into and enjoy. Let's see, what else do I got? I mean, we all know Blackest Night 7 came out. The boys are going to talk about this. Real quick, somebody I guess, is starting out bright as day because somebody looks like they're a White Lantern by the end of this. I'm going to say who. You want to check that out. Darkstalkers #1 came out. Once again, the guys at Udon draw an amazing book. The story is as interesting as Darkstalkers could possibly be. I always felt that this game never really took off because it didn't have the same kind of compelling story that Street Fighter did. It's still a good book. If you like the games, you'll definitely be into this. If you like the guys at Udon just for their artwork, this book is still so worth it. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to stick around. You know, just like I said, sometimes I was asked once before by a buddy of mine, this guy Mike Stratlander, asked me if I thought good art could save a book, and you know, and this is one of those cases where I'll buy anything that the guys at Udon put out because their artwork is just so fucking amazing. They're ridiculous. They could draw a goddamn book about penises being clubbed with clubs, I guess, and I'd still probably buy it because you know their artwork is amazing. Flash Rebirth 6 came out. If anybody gives a shit, I personally don't. Barry Allen's back. That's it. They defeat Eobard Thawne, and they, you know, Barry kind of stops him from being a fucking lunatic. They lock him up in prison, and then he meets Hunter Zolomon, and I'm sure there's gonna be some dumb shit going on from there. Jeff Johns kind of dropped the ball on me for this one. I don't find his Flash nearly as compelling as his Green Lantern, but we'll see what goes on and, you know, what they got in store for the rest of 2010 with Barry here. I don't personally find him all that interesting. One thing I did find interesting was Ms. Marvel concluded this week. Again, love the artwork. Started reading this for the artwork, and the story proved really interesting. She's got a knockdown, drag-out fight with Mystique, if you can believe that, because I know Ms. Marvel's supposed to be a lot stronger than her. But it was a really good story. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you, but I do suggest you pick this up because it was very compelling. And there's also a little backup story involving the new Captain Marvel, Novar, you know, the dude from that used to be on the Avengers. Very compelling story, and I really did like the cover, which was a tribute to the original Death of Captain Marvel cover, showing up on the screen right now. That is a fantastic story if you can get your hands on that. Don't go for a first printing. It's entirely too much money, and you know the story's good, but it's not that good that it deserves fucking being spent $30 being spent on it. So if you can get that, it's all about Captain Marvel and how he, you know, he's dying of cancer, and all of his friends and enemies come to see him on his deathbed. Very interesting. Might have slipped up and missed Tales of the Dragon Guard from Marvel this week's book 1 of 3. Mature content is just a lot of blood and